Imagine waking up one morning and looking toward the sky. The sun is still there, but something is different. Its light is strangely intense. The oceans are warmer. The sky has changed color, and the scientists around the world all watching the same terrifying countdown. Not a countdown to an explosion, but the final chapter of the star that has powered life or Earth for the billions of years, the Sun. But there is not happening tomorrow. It's happening next year. The Sun is expected to remain stable for the billions of years, but eventually, even the Sun will have a final day. So, what that day actually look like? Let's travel billions of years into the future and find out. The star that create our world. Every morning, the sunrise. We see it so often that it's easy to forget how extraordinary it really is. The sun is a giant sphere of the extremely hot plasma containing almost all of the mass in our solar system. Its gravity keeps the planet moving around it. Its energy drives Earth's climate, and its light power photosynthesis the process that stops almost every food chain of our planet. For billions of years, the sun has been converting hydrogen into helium in its core. That process releases enormous amount of energy, but there is a problem. The sun does not have an unlimited supply of hydrogen. One day its core will begin to change, and that will start the most dramatic transformation in the history of our solar system. Billions of years later, fast forward roughly 5 billion years. Human civilization as we know it is long gone. Earth may be unrecognizable, and the sun has entered a new stage of its life. Its core is running low on the hydrogen it has been using as fuel. The balance inside the star begins to change. The core contracts, the outer layer expands, and slowly the sun being a red giant. The star has been appeared as a bright disk in our sky is enormous. Its outer almost atmosphere structure hundreds of times faster than it does today. For the surface of surviving world and sun would appear terrifying huge. But the real danger is not just its size, it's the heat. Earth become unhabitable. Long before the sun reaches in the final stage, Earth would face enormous changes. As the sun becomes brighter, our planet receives more energy. Temperature rise, the ocean As the sun becomes brighter, our planet receives more energy. Temperature rise, the ocean begins to expand, the atmosphere changes, water vapor becomes increasingly important in the atmosphere, making the planet even hotter. Eventually, Earth's surface could become completely hostile to the life we know today. Forests disappear, oceans shrink, complex ecosystem complex. The blue planet that once spawned billions of living organisms become a radically different world. And somewhere far in the future, Earth may no longer even be recognizable. But the sun transformation is not finished. The red giant. Now the sun enters its red giant phase. Its outer layer expands dramatically. Mercury and Venus are expected to be influenced by the expanding sun. Earth's ultimate fate is less certain. It could potentially be engulfed dependent on how the sun expansion and the earth changing orbit interact. But either way, Earth would no longer be comfortable home. Imagine looking at the sky from a world where the sun covering a huge portion of it. The oceans are gone, the atmosphere is drastically altered, the surface is scorched, the familiar blue sky has disappeared. The planet that once carried life and become a silent, hostile world. And comes the sun loses its outer layer. The sun cannot remain a red giant forever. Eventually, it becomes unstable and being losing its outer layer. Powerful shatters when push enormous amount of gas into space. The sun slowly shed its outer atmosphere. From a brief period, something incredibly beautiful appeared. A glowing shell of gas surrounded by the dying star. This is what we call Planetary Nebula. From far away, it would look like a giant cosmic flower growing, but as its center is something very different. The remains of the sun, a tiny incredible distant stellar core, a white dwarf. The sun is no longer the giant star we once know. There is no normal hydrogen fusion happening like before. Instead, its remaining core is compressed into an incredible dense option, a white dwarf. It can be roughly comparable in the size to Earth, but contain a large fraction of the sun's original mass. Imagine something with the mass of a star compressed with a planet-sized object. At first, the white dwarf is extremely hot. It glows brightly, but it has no new sources of the nuclear fuel to remain the old kind of the stellar energy production. So, it's been a very slow process, cooling and cooling and cooling. The final light. Millions and eventually billions of years passes, the white dwarf becomes dimmer. The surrounding planetary nebula fades away. The solar system becomes colder and darker. There is no dramatic explosion, no giant final blast. Instead, the sun's final chapter is increasingly quiet. The star glowing loses its heat, and in an unimaginably distant future, after an enormous amount of time, the white dwarf cooled toward a state something called a black dwarf. But their futuristic catch, the universe itself is not old enough for the black dwarf to exist yet. The universe is about 13.8 billion years old. So we are talking about time scale far beyond the present age of the universe. What happened to the solar system? Without the sun farmer energy, the solar system would become an extremely cold and darker place. The planet would continue moving through space surrounding to gravity. Some objects could eventually be disturbed for their orbit. Others would remain around the stellar remain from the incredible long period. The night sky would look completely different. There would be no familiar bright sun. Eventually, the planet, only distant star would shine. The solar system would become a quiet astrological monad to the star that once powered an entire planetary system. And somewhere in the darkness, the story of the sun would finally come to an end. The bigger picture. But there would make the story truly futuristic. The sun is not dying anytime soon. Its final transformation is billions of years away. And that means we are living during an incredibly unusual moment in the cosmic history. The sun is stable, Earth has liquid water, life is thriving, and the humans are here to observe it all. We often look at the sun as something permanent, something that will always be there, but stars are born. They evolve and eventually they change. The sun is no exception. One day, billions of years from now, the last chapter of the sun will begin. The star that illuminated Earth first time, the star that watched dinosaurs walk around ancient continents, the star that powered human civilization, will eventually become our farthest stellar remain drifting through the darkness. But today, the sun is still shining, and every sunshine is a reminding that we are living during a one tiny moment is an incredibly long cosmic story. So, here the question: if you would travel billions of years into the future and the witness the sun final transformation, would you want to see it? Tell us your answer in the comment, and if you enjoy this journey through the future of our solar system, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification, because the universe is full of stories and some of them are stranger than fiction. Until next time, keep looking at the stars.